And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Some final preparations here. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark, and this is a tough time of the season, Grant. A few months in, with a few months to go.
Yeah, B.A. You know, for the players, this is when they start to feel the grind of the regular season. A lot of the guys are dealing with nagging fatigue or mental weariness.
And look at the starters for Charlotte. They've got Jonathan Kuminga. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Domantas Sabonis. Then it's Austin Reeves, and it's Big Red in at the 2. Pass to Slim, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
On the wing, Ivy. Pass to Randall. Embiid, high post. Over Vucevic. Embiid can't hit. And here's Kuminga. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
And in a series of the have-nots last year, they came out on the losing end, really looking for some improvement here.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Two teams in the bottom half of the conference as far as respect goes. They're both scratching and clawing to try to get a little more of that respect.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Here's Randall. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Randall's a bruiser now. The willingness to be physical inside, a big part of Randall's game.
Pass to Kuminga. And here's Sabonis. Check by Randall. And Sabonis the bucket on the assist by Kuminga.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Slim, pass to Embiid. Here's Slim. Toronto passing it around. Here's Flag. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. Shoots over Kuminga, and Reeves pulls it down.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Grant, looking at Cooper Flag. His versatility is what makes him such a highly touted prospect.
Yeah, B.A. Cooper can do a little of everything offensively. He also covers a lot of ground defensively at 6'9". And on top of his balanced skill set, his intangibles are just elite.
Pass to Slim. Lets the 3 fly. The shot won't fall. The Hornets have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Big Red, the pass to Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
And you know what? At 6'10", dunking is low stress for Sabonis. Solid at getting himself inside for these throwdowns.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Darko Rajakovic. I heard Coach go over the dribble handoffs that Sabonis is so creative with. He reminded his players that the jumper isn't the first option. Usually he looks to pass for 3 to 4 seconds, reminding his players to stay wide, anticipate high passes, watch for the cutters, and then contest. Sabonis can be a real headache out there. Guys, back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. He misses the free throw. And while the Raptors are rebuilding, they're not bottoming out like some teams out there, Grant.
Yeah, they have some pieces. I mean, some young guys who can really play. And with the lottery odds flattened out in the play-in tournament, that middle road is more agreeable than in years past.
And he's good on the second. Well, Grant, if you had to say, is there anything you think is underrated about Embiid?
You know, B.A., I think it's his intelligence. Joel's a heady player. Sometimes big men don't get enough credit for their smarts on the court. Embiid knows the game.
You know, he may have a scorer's mindset, but Reeves makes plays for others, too.
Raptors trail by 3. Randall outside. Embiid against Vucevic. Embiid inside. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. Pass to Big Red. Now Vucevic takes a 3. Hits the three-pointer.
Well, it's been a work in progress, but it actually has paid dividends. Vucevic has worked hard to become a legitimate three-point shooter.
Here's Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
That close in against a way shorter defender, you could just put up 2.
And Reeves has got the ball here for Charlotte. They lead by 4. Pass to Big Red. Reeves with a screen on Ivy. Big Red, the pass to Vucevic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Big Red. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Here's Randall. Soft touch off the glass.
Randall's got an unorthodox game, but he's got a good, strong upper body, which makes him a very consistent scorer inside.
Reeves, the pass to Big Red. Sabonis with a screen on Ivy to the inside. And Sabonis slams it in.
What he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for with his bounce.
And it's the Raptors with the ball. They trail by 6. Randall, the pass to Slim. Randall with the drive. And he banks in the layup. Randall's got 6.
Just has a certain flair to his game. Randall gets hit on the drive, never flinches.
Pass to Sabonis. Now Reeves. From behind the arc. And it's flagged with a rebound. The Raptors have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Randall outside. Down low. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Got pity for that rim right there, Joel Embiid. That's a big man banging that thing down.
From deep, Reeves. That one falls. Nice feed from Sabonis. And the Hornets lead by 5.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And we're going to break away for a special report from our very own Shams Charania on Minnesota. All right, Shams, what's new with the Timberwolves?
Thanks, B.A. I'm told they were able to land Jaylen Brown. It's not every day you can add a former Finals MVP to your roster, and most of the time, those guys are locked in. Such a dynamic force at both ends of the floor. Brown is clearly someone who elevates everyone around him. I'm told they're very excited to see what he can do on their roster.
Always great to hear from you, Shams. Thanks so much. Here for the Raptors. Clark is checked in for Joel Embiid. Paul George comes in for Randall. And Tim Hardaway subbed in for Ivy. Charlotte also making some changes. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Nikola Vucevic. Anderson comes in for Sabonis. And it's Porter Jr. in for Kuminga. wing. Anderson covers. Here's Slim. Buries it from 3. Slim's got 5 points.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
Fades away. Goes back up. And Claxton with a nice bucket inside.
Some loud hustle points right there. My goodness.
George scanning the floor. Toronto passing it around. Pass the flag. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
They had a tough time beyond the arc. A lot of their possessions ended in missed threes.
And, you know, that's a big part of how they attack and win, getting it going from the three-point line. But at the end of the day, it didn't happen.
Slim. Claxton with the block. Porter, the pass to Reeves. And here's Anderson. Here's Big Red. He's coming off a 10-point game against Minnesota.
And he brought the defense, secured 4 steals over the course of the game.
Using his handles to shake himself free, and it's smooth sailing from there.
Hardaway with a screen on Reeves. Here's Slim. He's covered by Reeves. Slim, pass to Hardaway. No good on the triple.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Hornets leading by 6. Pass to Reeves. Back to Porter. Launches a 3. Hardaway grabs the board. Toronto's gone 1 of 4 from deep. Fires the 3. The shot no good. And it's Porter with the ball for Charlotte. To the paint. Here's Claxton. He's off on that one. Good D by Clark.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Graham, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Raptors trail by 4. Clark with a screen on Reeves. Inside. Oh, deflected. And stolen by Claxton. Tries the spin move. Outside Porter. Pass to Big Red. Claxton a screen on Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. Charlotte again missing. Well, the Raptors shooting an impressive 47%. Up top, George. Hardaway with a screen on Porter. Here's George. He can't get it to go.
Working from medium range. He was trying to take what the defense gave him there.
Here's Big Red. Rebound, Toronto.
Despite his struggles to heat up and get going, the lead still remains intact.
Here's Slim. He's got 5. Here's Clark. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Nick Claxton.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
First one falls for him. And one unfortunate distinction for the Hornets. Clark, the only NBA team to never win their division.
And to add to that, the second lowest number of playoff appearances after the Pelicans. And, you know, BA, with no immediate postseason prospects, Charlotte fans have to understand this is going to be a process that takes some time.
The Hornets are led by head coach Charles Lee, who was a 2-time champion as an assistant, Clark.
Yeah, that's exactly right, BA. He won a title as an assistant coach with the Bucks in 2021, then another as the top assistant for the Celtics in 2024, and that's exactly why Lee was brought to Charlotte, to establish and build a winning culture.
Clark with a screen on Poole. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Here's Van Vliet. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
While Van Vliet is just barely 6 feet tall, he's really a strong dude and a competitor.
Charlotte shooting their first free throw of the contest.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
And the free throw, no good.
An NBA champion and all-star. Fred Van Vliet's a guy every team wants because he's fun to play with and he plays the game the right way and with passion.
Pass to George. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. It's been all about Domantas Sabonis for the Charlotte Hornets. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back to the game after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Charlotte.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
Najee Marshall is out there with Paul George. Then there's Jaden Ivey. Then it's Julius Randle. And it's Slim in at the point. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Fires from deep. Here's Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Sabonis is simply relentless on the boards, doing a nice job getting that second chance basket.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, B.A. Well, the son of Hall of Fame big man Arvydas Sabonis, Domantas said he was a 7-footer that could do everything, like a point guard. He's at a whole different level. I'm just another basketball player. He is a legend. His father said, Domantas is a warrior like me, and I'm very proud. Guys, back to you.
Great stuff. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Ivy passes to George. George sets a screen. Marshall. He drops it from range.
Great screen that time by George. Well done.
Hornets leading by 7. Robinson finds Van Vliet. Now here's Sabonis. It's Poole on the wing. Ivy defends. Ivy against Poole. Ivy with the defensive effort.
Oh, gritty defense, protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish. They've got some ground to make up, and shooting the 3-ball more consistently like they are now should help them do it.
And so it's Poole with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Next matchup, they'll be at home against the Celtics. And that's a 1-game homestand for the club. Sinks the tray. Robinson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. To the inside, here's Randle. The layup off target.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Here's Poole. Robinson on the wing. And here's Sabonis outside. Rebounded by Marshall. Raptors trail by 7. And he lobs it up. George's shot is off.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And he throws it down with one hand.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. is here. Clark, the one expression you hear a lot in basketball, reward the big man. What's that all about?
Well, you know, B.A., the big guys often are the guys doing the dirty work, the unsung work, rebounding, setting screens, getting up and down the floor to create opportunities for their teammates. But they also want that rock, too. So get them the ball every now and then. Let them eat.
Ivy finds Randall. And Clark with the landmark decisions opening the door to NIL revenue for athletes in college and even in high school. It's the wild, wild west for amateur basketball.
There's no question the landscape is chaotic, dizzying even. But they deserve a slice of that pie, and this is a long time coming. Kids have an opportunity to leverage their talent to get paid right now. And in some cases, begin the process of creating generational wealth before they even become of age to vote. That's a pretty powerful combination.
Pass to Sabonis. Now Porter. Just 5 on the clock. The 3. And Ivy pulls it down. Raptors trail by 7. To the middle. Here's Embiid. Rejected by Claxton. Here's Big Red. 3-pointer. Outside Kuminga. Pass to Porter. Second chance shot. Rebound Toronto. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
Offensively, it was never their night. The issues they suffered were pretty clear.
Yeah, the offense was AWOL. It just wasn't there. No rhythm, no flow, just a tough day.
Embiid drawing the double team. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
They're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time defense.
Fires away from way outside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Flag. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Toronto Raptors. On Tuesday, they'll be facing Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up with LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And looking at the Clippers matchup, they're going to have to play flawless in that one. An opponent like that will punish mistakes, but I wouldn't be shocked if they were able to win.
Big Red, the pass to Porter. Picked by Sabonis. Down low. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Charlotte shooting their second attempt at the line tonight. Austin Reeves is checked in for Claxton. You know, Grant, with Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, and OG Anunoby all winning on new teams, you wonder, did the Raptors have to blow it up?
You know, B.A., it's a fair question, but Toronto's front office saw a ceiling. So the question is, can they do better with this rebuild? And it remains to be seen.
Clock at 6. And again, Toronto, no good.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Pass to Reeves. There's the triple. Rebound Toronto.
Hey, it was a good look, one he normally capitalizes on.
And here's Marshall. Randall, right side. Here's Flag. And here's Ivy from the arc. Rebounded, Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Big Red, the pass to Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
Oh, it's so easy for Kuminga to rise up to the rim.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. for Toronto. Clark is checked in for Embiid. And Tim Hardaway subbed in for Marshall. And the Hornets making a change here as well. Vucevic is checked in. Here's Ivy, still without a bucket. To the paint. Here's Clark. And Reeves pulls it down.
Not really the best decision. I mean, get the easy two, the for sure two. No need to make it fancy and special.
Porter against Hardaway. Pass to Vucevic. Vucevic draws the double. Here's Big Red. Oh my! Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
And he's good on the first of 3. And this is year 2 for Coach Charles Lee at the helm of the Hornets, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., a long-time assistant. He knocked on plenty of doors before finally securing the lead role. And that determination to break through, something he's looking to impart to his young roster. I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Hardaway, no good.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Clock at 4. Charlotte, no good that time either.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Randall can't hit. Charlotte leading by 13. Pass to Reeves. And here's Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
Porter's such a terrific athlete, making it look easy as he takes off and jams it down.
Here's Flag. Pass to Ivy to win the cold spell. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. Big Red, the pass to Porter. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. From downtown, rebound Toronto.
I'll tell you what, we know he's been struggling tonight, but his teammates have pitched in big time.
Now Clark. Ooh, poked away. Porter with the steal. Pass to Big Red. Launches it. And that one's good. Now 4 for 10.
A lackluster effort on defense gave him the look he wanted.
Raptors trail by 18. Clark outside. Back to Ivy. Jacks up a 3. Knocks it down from distance. Ivy's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
It appears their offense is lacking some balance right now. Maybe too much reliance on the 3-ball.
Yeah, and it's one thing when your shots are falling from the perimeter, but when you go cold, things aren't going as well. You got to get that thing inside. Mix it up a little bit.
The shot by Reeves, no good.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from 3-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Rob! On the wing, Ivy. Pass to Flag. Here's Randall, covered by Vucevic. Randall, good.
You know, Randall has a nice package. Got a good touch, good mechanics, and he's a capable mid-range shooter.
Porter against Hardaway. Porter, the pass to Kuminga. Back to Porter. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Vucevic. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. Porter's got 3 assists now in this one.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets.
Randall against Vucevic. Tries it from the block, and there's the play inside by Randall. Randall's got 10 points in the game.
Taking it himself, Randall changes who he is when the jumper goes in.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here.
You see yourself on the screen and you select your best move. Let's go. You're off beat. Keep on advancing. So let's go through.
Both teams deciding to change it up. All right, let's bring up the leaderboard and see which players were the most efficient from the charity stripe last month. Well, you look at Robinson. He's been fantastic. Only one guy in the league better from the line.
And over this stretch, his foul shooting has been exceptional. You could tell he was enjoying every single trip to the line.
Van Vliet scanning the floor. Rebound by the Raptors. And after this one, they're at home against Phoenix. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand. Here's Slim from 8 feet away. Drops it in. Slim's got 10 points in the game.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
Now Van Vliet, currently averaging 5 points a game. For 3, Robinson nails it from 3. Robinson's got 6 here in the quarter.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Clark, the pass to Slim, and it's stolen by Van Vliet. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
George outside. Pass to Slim. Beyond the arc. That shot is off. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Fans, direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot drum roll. They're thinking about the shot. Let's hear it for the participants.
Welcome, everybody. Let's get right to it. It's been nothing short of a tremendous challenge for the Toronto Raptors.
They're getting steamrolled, giving up too many points in the paint.
And it's just not the rim protection. You have to stay in front of all ball handlers, or you'll get broken down and eaten alive.
It's time now to take a look at how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
It's too early to take these numbers seriously. Also, what you expect? Most of the usual suspects are up there.
Yeah, the perennial favorites, but don't discount some of the fresh blood coming up.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Domantas Sabonis has been sensational.
And he was a beast on the offensive glass in that first half. How can they slow him down?
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
And Reeves has got the ball here for Charlotte. And so in the game for the Hornets, we've got Domantas Sabonis. He's out there with Nikola Vucevic. Austin Reeves out there with Kuminga. And it's Big Red in a two-guard. 6 to shoot. Sabonis with a screen on Ivy. Randall with a steal. Out on his own on the break. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thank you. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Back to you.
Yeah, got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie. And Grant, the son of Hall of Famer Arvydas Sabonis. How much do you think Domas modeled his game after his dad?
Well, B.A., I played against his dad. Arvydas was 5 inches taller, but the elite skill set shared in common. No doubt, Domas took a lot of pointers from his father.
Boxing out Embiid has to be a focal point for them, or else he'll continue to eat them up on the offensive glass.
Pass to Reeves. Sabonis in the post. Randall's there. Back to Reeves. Just 3 to shoot. Lets it fly. The rebound by Embiid.
Look, it's real simple. It's a make or miss league, and he just missed it.
And here's Ivy from the arc. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Sabonis has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
Another miss. Not how he wanted to start the second half.
And that one good. Vucevic has got 7 points in the game.
Vucevic possesses what I call a throwback big man game and really is most comfortable operating from this area of the court.
Here's Randall. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
He's giving them a spark because he can't win this game all by himself.
Over to the wing. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And here's Reeves outside. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him. And this is one of his specialties on display there. A nifty lead pass.
Hornets leading by 14. And Charles Lee wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Here they are, your starting 5.
He's checked in for Nikola Vucevic.
For your Northside crew.
Here's Sabonis. He's got 17. Outside Kuminga. Here's Here's Big Red. Pass to Reeves. Got it. Good job in the low post. Reeves has got 5 now.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Julius Randle. And we have a chance to take a look at the teams that are wreaking havoc with their defense this past month. 5th, the Raptors.
The coaching staff has emphasized the defensive end of the floor, and you can see over the last month they've really improved, doing a great job of keeping their opponents' points down.
Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Pass to Slim. Three-pointer. Gets the 3 to fall. Slim's got 13.
He was licking his chops there. Got a good look.
To the wing on the left. Here's Big Red. Ivy defends. And Sabonis slams it in.
Embracing more and more responsibility each season. Sabonis very comfortable being a big-time scorer for this team.
Ivy passes to Slim. Embiid, a screen on Reeves. Here's Slim. Three-pointer, no good. Hornets leading by 17. Here's Big Red. He's got 10. Claxton finds Sabonis. 6 on the shot clock. The shot by Reeves, no good.
You wonder where was the defense that time, but they got lucky.
Here's Slim. Drops in the 3. 16 points for him.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Pass to Claxton. Here's Sabonis. Rebound by the Raptors. Flag's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Slim. Takes the 3. Embiid. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Hey, and when you neglect to box Embiid out, you pay the price. His athleticism, impressive.
Sabonis looking over the floor. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Hornets.
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
Yeah, another thing you notice are all the assists. The ball just has energy, and everyone is getting involved.
And he knocks down the first one.
Domantas Sabonis, so versatile, brings so much to his position. He scores, he passes, rebounds, and defends at a high level.
Looking at who's out there now for Toronto. Clark comes in for Embiid. And it's Paul George in for Ivy. And the Hornets making a change here as well. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Kuminga. He does not get the second one.
Yeah, I really respect the strong foundation Sabonis strives to provide for his team. He's always working hard to find those points and boards. The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
And absolutely jaw-dropping.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Pass the flag. Out left to the wing. George for three. No good that time.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
The drive by Porter. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball.
And they've landed in the top 10 for team scoring. They're making smart decisions on that end and presenting a challenge for most defenses.
Ranking number 1 in steals. This team gets after it on the defensive end. They aren't afraid to take chances and go for opportunities to take the ball when they see them. Toronto making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. And the Hornets making a change here as well. Van Vliet's checked in. Here's George. Claxton with the block. Porter looks it over. Pass to Big Red. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Van Vliet outside. And stolen by Hardaway. Here's the break. Clark right side. George outside. Here's Slim. Shot clock at 5. Left side Hardaway. Shoots over Sabonis. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Big Red. 13 points in the game. George outside. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Big Red's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Van Vliet. Outside for Porter. 5 on the clock. Claxton a screen on Hardaway. Here's Porter. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Tim Hardaway.
Porter able to draw the whistle there because he's such a dynamic scorer and playmaker.
2 shots. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Porter.
Look, we've seen Kevin Porter Jr. go off for 50 in a game. He's got some serious skills on the offensive end.
Porter hits them both. Here's Slim. 16 points for him. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
George, no good.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Porter, the pass to Poole. Outside, Anderson. 6 to shoot. Back to Poole. The 3 ball. Clark grabs the board. Clark's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Slim, guarded by Van Vliet. Yep, that one's good. Slim's got 8 here in this quarter.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
Pass to Van Vliet. Up top, Sabonis. They double team Sabonis. George against Van Vliet. Here's Porter. And there's the rejection. Now here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Boy, excellent recognition from Hardaway Jr. to find his teammate there. This guy's an unselfish player.
And so Porter will bring it up for Charlotte. They led by as many as 18. Pass to Van Vliet. Rebound by the Raptors. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, hard to find a more respected vet in this league than point guard Fred VanVleet. The heady vet will now also guide the Players Union in his new role of president, replacing C.J. McCollum. As a guy who went from being undrafted to an all-star to signing a max contract, he can certainly relate to most every player in the league.
He's come a long way. Okay, Shams, thanks for that report. For three, Hardaway. Oh, my goodness! He'll go to the line with a chance at a 4-point play. It's going to go on Jordan Poole. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Toronto, Tim Hardaway Jr. One shot.
That one's good from Hardaway.
Hardaway Jr. knows his role on this team, which is to provide scoring and leadership.
Poole against Hardaway. Pass to Sabonis. Now VanVleet. Back to Poole. Up and over Hardaway. Poole shot is off. Raptors trail by 8. To the inside. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Boy, what a throwdown by the well-built 6'9" Julius Randle with power.
Poole looking it over. Inside. Here's Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win those kind of breakdowns.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Ivy's checked in for Toronto. Reeves is checked in for Charlotte. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul.
Third team foul.
Outside, Anderson. On the wing, Reeves. 7 points in the game. And there's Anderson. That one's good. On the assist by Reeves.
Love the playmaking ability of Reeves. Looks to me like he improves this area of his game every season.
Here's George. Pass to Slim. Now Ivy. Now here's George. He's guarded by Sabonis. Looking to end this cold spell. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Sabonis has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
Taking it right at the rack. I mean, that defense is looking real frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for him at that end of the floor.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets going into the break up 12. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Julius Randle out there with George. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Ivy. And it's Slim in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
Embiid, a versatile shot maker, showing off his mid-range game there.
Big Red, the pass to Sabonis. Pass to Big Red. Sabonis against Randle. 5 to shoot. Sabonis' shot is off. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for Toronto. It's a 10-point game. Up top, George. He's watched by Kuminga. They grab their own miss. Whoa! Joel Embiid with the follow.
After some misses in the first, he's making up for it now.
Pass to Big Red. Randall against Sabonis. Vucevic, a screen on Randall. Sabonis, the pass to Vucevic. The shot is good on the assist by Sabonis.
Well, you look at Vucevic right there. That's clearly a shot that he's worked on. The proof is in the pudding.
Embiid, a screen on Reeves. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Big Red. The three is up. Slim with the rebound. Raptors trail by 11. That one a little long.
Mixing it up inside, just coming up empty-handed.
The Hornets have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Sabonis, the pass to Big Red. Outside Reeves. From the wing, Paul George pulls it in.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And here's Ivy from the arc. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got his 16th rebound on the night. George against Kuminga. Pass to Vucevic. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused.
Austin Reeves at the line for one. Timeout, short. Fans, get up and start moving with your backside. Let's dance.
Catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. And Coach reminded his team that leads can disappear quickly in the NBA. He said if we get loose and they make a few shots in a row, then this is a ball game again. Do not let that happen, he implored. Guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
One of the tough things about guarding Reeves is his change of pace ability. I mean, he gives you a lot of different looks, a little bit herky-jerky and kind of unorthodox, and all of that keeps you off balance.
Pass to Randall. Embiid, a screen on Sabonis. To the left side wing. Embiid can't hit.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Wing shot on the way. The shot by Reeves, no good.
Poor defense for sure, but the offense was worse.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Randall finds George. Embiid, a screen on Kuminga. For three, George nails it from beyond the arc.
And George typically capitalizes well off any pick-and-roll situation because he makes quick decisions and his basketball IQ is pretty high.
Big Red, the pass to Sabonis. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Sabonis has got 23 points.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there. He managed to knock down one triple in the first half, but nothing since then.
Outside Reeves. Pass to Sabonis. Here's Big Red. 16 feet out. Slim with the rebound. Slim's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the inside. Here's Embiid. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. They led by as many as 18. Reeves, the pass to Sabonis. To the middle. Oh, got a piece of it. Oh, the big dunk right over Julius Randle.
Everything I've seen from Sabonis has been really impressive. I love the way he's getting it done now.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? Raptors trail by 16. George outside. The 3, Randall. No luck on that one. And here's Charlotte. They're on an 11-3 run. Big Red. The offensive rebound. And Sabonis slams it in.
Prolific on the glass. I mean, Sabonis turning that board into points.
Pass to George. On the wing, Ivy. Flag checked in for Toronto.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Now into the lineup for Toronto. Number 32.
Here's Slim. He's covered by Reeves. Clock at 6. Here's Randall. That shot, no good. Sabonis with some nice D. Sabonis with a screen on Ivy. And Sabonis slams it in.
Excellent pick and roll action that time. Sabonis has great hands, rolls out of the screen effectively and hard, attacks the defense as the roll man.
Randall with it. Deflects the pass. Well, Clark, you were a bit of a trendsetter with this, but it seems the stretch 4 is here to stay in the NBA.
Well, the combination of size and touch, something I took pride in as a player. I was versatile. And back then, I mean, a guy 6'8" that was able to play inside and out wasn't as common as it is now. Teams want a lot of floor spacing, and they want as many players out there that can space the floor, including the big guys. So 4 out is now a standard practice of how the game is played.
They set the pick. Here's Slim. Here's Embiid. He hits again. 7 for 13 and looking confident.
Even when the defense is there, I mean, Embiid still knows how to score.
Here's Sabonis. Pass to Reeves. Back to Sabonis. Here's Big Red. Ivy defends. Big Red misses.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync. It might be pressing right now.
Randall outside.
Right here.
Here's Flag. Embiid, high post. Pass to Slim. On the wing, Ivy. Fires the 3. Kuminga pulls it in.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today.
Here's Reeves. Solid shot from a distance of about 14 feet. Reeves has got 5 points in the quarter.
In that medium range area, I tell you what, Austin Reeves is a tough cover.
Vucevic with a steal. Outside Kuminga. Big Red, the pass to Sabonis. Outside Reeves. Shot clock at 6. Charlotte needs to get off a shot. And Sabonis slams it in.
Boy, he gives this team exactly whatever scoring it needs, and that's one of the things you really like about it.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. a second to present our player of the game, Domantas Sabonis.
We saw outstanding focus and really good energy from him all the minutes he was on the floor. He was determined to make an impact every time he touched the ball, and he did just that. Guys on both squads could learn a lot from what he did here tonight.
You know, the way they've been playing lately, they needed him to take on a bigger role. He gave them the critical boost they were looking for. Now the Raptors with it. Pass to Slim. Randall inside. He's guarded by Sabonis. Chalk up two there.
Offensively, he's carrying his weight, doing his part. Maybe they should get the ball to him a little bit more.
Outside Kuminga. And here's Sabonis. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, B.A., it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have.
Sabonis with a screen on Ivy. Randall with a steal.
Whatever opening he saw vanished quickly. Got to be more careful with those entry passes.
Outside Reeves. Pass to Sabonis.
2 minutes remaining in regulation time.
Randall against Kuminga. Outside Reeves. Now Sabonis. Just 5 to shoot. An easy 2 on the layup. Sabonis has got 18 points in just the second half.
Boy, you got to do a lot more than that to stop Sabonis now. I mean, he is used to overcoming aggressive defense.
Embiid against Vucevic. Embiid inside. Nice D from Vucevic. Charlotte has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Hornets.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year. And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Domantas Sabonis.
Boy, I loved his approach. Businesslike, methodical, highly productive. When they needed points, he was the one that got them.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
Pure from 3-point range.
Look at Embiid being selfless, dishing it outside instead of forcing it on his own.
Reeves, the pass to Big Red. Sabonis with a screen on Ivy to the paint. Shot's good by Sabonis. Sabonis has got 37.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Randall can't hit. And here's Reeves. And so Charlotte takes this one by a big margin. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
I'm here with Domantas. Domantas, a great team win against a quality opponent, too. What does this say about how you're playing?
It's great for us, building our confidence as a team. Sticking together, I feel like we played better consistently, so it's good for us.
Confidence, extremely important. Thanks, Domantas.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. And let's reveal our player of the game, Domantas Sabonis.